G'day folks, George here, welcome back. Well, we're still here on this massive overgrown garden and we are still going. We are out the front once again and we are going to do this next section, in particular the bit on the left with the big green bush. Rightio, so if I recall correctly, we are up to episode 5, and if you ask me, I'm not sure how many it's going to take, but it's probably going to be up around the 12 episode mark. We've got a massive amount of work to do, and it's going to take us a while. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my channels a little bit once again, because people tend to get confused. For the people that know what's going on, that's fine, just check out the walkthrough, but I have 3 YouTube channels, one called Quick Cuts with Music, another one called Quick Cuts V2 without music, and another one called Very Quick Cuts that has shorter, faster content. I also have one Facebook channel, a TikTok channel, and an Instagram. There are links in the description and also in the pinned comment. If you want to go and check them out, please feel free to go and have a look. I also have a member section if you'd like to support the channel a little bit more. Right, as I said, we are up to episode number 5. If you want a bit more of a backstory about this property, there is more in episode 1, 2, maybe a little bit in 3. I'll put a link in the description. Go back and check them out, and then you'll know what's going on. But basically, I went and knocked on this door and offered to do a free makeover. And like I said, it's looking at being about 120 to 150 hours of work for 2 people. Anyway, folks, that's about all for me today. I'm going to get stuck in. I hope you enjoy the episode, and I shall see you all on the next one. Okay, so I just wanted to show all you guys this. You've probably seen the rows that I'm trimming from down on the ground, the really old climbing rows with a big stem. So this is it from up at the top, and as you can see, it is well out of control. There's no way anyone is going to be pruning that the way it is. So the idea is to make it narrow enough so it can be trimmed in the future. So we don't want to take everything off, but we pretty much want to take most of it off and just leave like a small section on top that's going to flower but the rest really needs to go. As you can see, you know, who can reach over with, even with a pole pruner, you won't be able to reach over and prune that. So it's still going to be an on the roof job, but hopefully for the contractor that gets to prune it in the future, it'll be much easier. There's Stevo. So if you're wondering why we keep gardening and then moving mulch, basically what we've been doing is we've been filling up with one load, and then with whatever time we have left, we've been moving a little bit of mulch. That pretty much saves us from going to the tip twice. Saves on a little bit of time. So yeah, if you're wondering why we've been gardening, mulching, gardening, etc., that's why.